Hello everybody, this is Monster of Tech here, back with another video. And today's video is another video about the new MacBook Pros. So, just as one glitch with the 2018 MacBook Pro gets resolved and fixed, another one appears, although this one is much more limited than the throttling issues. So, some owners are reporting repeated kernel panics, which can happen for them as often as once or twice a day. So the same issue has been experienced by some iMac Pro owners, with some clues suggesting it may be the fault of one component found in both of the machines. Digital Trends says that it might be the T2 chip. That might be the problem. And their reasoning is, many iMac Pro owners have repeatedly suffered numerous kernel panics, the macOS version of the dreaded blue screen of death in Windows, since they hit the market at the end of 2017. You can find a handful of threads on Apple community. The problem apparently resides in the new MacBook Pro laptops too. So that's what they said. So basically, kernel panic is just the blue screen of death. So the T2 chip handles a lot of tasks, surprisingly, including verifying boot process during startup and even encrypting the SSD now. So stuff that used to bog down the i7, the Intel chip, now it's moved on to the T2 chip, so you can have more performance out of the processor. Basically a co-processor, kind of like the motion co-processors in the iPhones, and they basically just handle the things that the CPU doesn't really need to handle anymore, as well as the touch bar. I assume it also handles the touch bar and Touch ID still. So Apple says it's investigating this problem, and in the meantime it is offering a pretty weird fix. So what they affect is the owners wipe and reload the Mac OS from scratch, disable File Vault, and then disable Power Nap, the latter of which worked for some iMac Pro users. So some users report that macOS 10.13.6 resolves most of the panics, though not ones occurring when the machine is sleeping or waking from sleep. So at this point, the number of reports don't indicate that the problem is endemic to all 2018 MacBook Pro or iMac Pro machines, affecting a relatively small number of them. So basically means it might be an isolated incident. They might not be widespread as say like the keyboard failures in the issues with the 2016 to 2017 MacBook Pros, and they probably won't be nearly as widespread as the throttling bugs on the 2018 MacBook Pros. So this has been a Monster Tech video. Please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I will see you in the next one.